I'm gonna try and move the sheep by myself without Sam's help. Hey dude, can you stop stomping? It's kind of scary. So I ended up putting one of my sweet potatoes into some water and it's already sprouted so many roots and so many slips. It just shows you the difference between something that's store-bought and something that's grown directly in your garden, just how quick it wants to grow. So there's going to be heaps of sweet potato and those roots that I had dug out from the garden beds last time, I'm actually heading up into the food forest up at the top of our property and I'm going to plant those into the ground and see if they take. I can't believe in a very short amount of time there's going to be a bus there. Told me I needed to put the fence down. Lucky I'm out here taking a photo. Hey gents, you guys are getting fresh grass tomorrow. He's put me up to the job of moving you all, including those ones. Sheep, sheep, sheep. Sheep, sheep, sheep. Sheep, sheep, sheep. Sheep, sheep. Sheep, sheep, you little one have crazy eyes. Oh. Can you stop stomping? It's kind of scary. Hi, Sean. Hi.
Hey, dude. Good boy. Oh, Kai, you're the favourite. Careful. Careful. Oh, you're gonna get zapped one day, you know that, right? Alright, let's do the chooks. Alright, fence down, so hopefully those two make their way back into the coop tonight, so everybody can be safe, and then tomorrow I'll come back and move those sheep. Which, after that experience just then, I'm not feeling quite so nervous about. They're seeming to be a lot calmer, a lot more settled, and definitely way less frightened than when we saw them out at the farm. Come on, dogs! Hey, you're always by our feet. You're so good. Let's go. You guys may have seen that Robin also gifted me these beautiful flowers, seedlings, and I'll be planting them at some point today. I just need to figure out where I'm going to put them, because a lot of them are going to be super beneficial to the bees. So I'm kind of thinking maybe I should put them around the food forest at the top of the property where the bees are. But then I also want to enjoy them as well, and I have most of my flowers down here at the front, as you guys may have seen. I also have heaps of spots in my actual garden area, so I'm gonna have a think while I move the sheep, or attempt to move the sheep, and then we'll get to planting them. But for now, yes, we're heading up the top, and I'm gonna try and move the sheep by myself without Sam's help. Let's hope nothing goes wrong. In case, these are really big blocks, aren't they? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Sam said I also have to get a tarp, so let's make sure we have that. He also said no dogs, but look, I like them, so they're coming. Famous last words? Maybe. Alright, onwards, let's go. Hello everyone! Good morning! Aren't you all bloody excited today? You know, it's moving day. Yeah. So I went to turn off the fence, but it seems like Sam's been forgetting to switch it on, so that's not on. But you can see the difference between your animals respecting you and knowing that you're going to care for them. They don't want to get out of the fencing systems. They actually want to stay in because they know you've got their back. All right. So I have to move that pole and put a tarp down. Tie. All right, let's go let the chooks out, buddy. Eris, come here. You can see that only 3 chooks come home at night. Come on. Come on, boys. Come on. Let's get out. All right, Ty. Come on. Out. Ty. Hey, get out. Good boy. Look who's just arrived. Pigeon and Banksia. So lovely of you to join us. We now have 2 chickens that don't like to go in during the day or the night. Well, that went super smooth. I am so glad that Sam is an expert at setting up those sheep. They're super respectful now, and the ladies have clearly settled in and know that the boys are going to be where their safe place is. So yeah, easy. If this is a true representation of a day in my life, then it's pretty normal for me to come inside a little unmotivated or a little cold from the weather outside. It's really not that cold today, but sometimes I like to seek the comfort of my couch and a cuddle with a dog or two, and also an afternoon coffee. I'm actually cooking some dog food behind me. I'm also preserving some lemons. So I'm preserving my lemons in a couple of different ways. The main way is I'm dehydrating them with a bit of sugar. This was really delicious last year and I've just run out, so I want some more of that. I'm going to experiment with freezing lemons like this for juicing and also making a lemon syrup from all the peelings. My motivation levels are still at a solid 0, but we're going to go try to plant a couple of these tubers. I'm not quite sure what they actually are, whether they're yacons or Jerusalem artichokes. Not quite sure. We'll be trying them later on, so I'll let you know how they taste in different ways. I'm going to try steam them, I'm going to try roast them, I'm going to try pan fry them. Worst case scenario, we can deep fry them and everything's good deep fried. Ty, sit. Good boys. Come on. Good boys. Yeah. These ones, they're essentially a perennial and they'll keep coming back. I think they also spread like crazy. So I'm actually going to put these ones into the front gardens up here. I just wish this was like a live thing so that I could ask you guys for advice and you could tell me where the best spot for these are. But for now, I've got to work it out for myself. So usually in these garden beds, we have a lot of annuals during the summertime. It all grows really well. But I've been turning this bed into a perennial bed. So I'm kind of thinking I want these at the front here. So I'm just going to do it. Nothing else is growing here at the moment. Excuse me. Quiet on set. Quiet on set. Ty, out. Out. Woo! That is so soft. A root crop will be great here because this soil is still really compact. And the second one can go there. I was literally just editing the video of me with Robin, and so I heard her saying once again that I shouldn't plant out those flower seedlings just yet, let them grow a little bit longer. So that means I can ask you guys for advice of where you think I should plant some of those flowers. As you know, this area here around my garden beds, I have dedicated to flowers, so I could grow them over there, or the spot where I was originally going to have the artichoke. Or I'm even thinking a cool spot could be here instead of this compost pile. because the compost pile is being moved to where the other one is. It just makes more sense for us to have the compost pile next to the house. So I potentially have some really fertile soil over here that wouldn't necessarily get a lot of sunlight because it's directly impacted by trees. So that will kind of protect the flowers from too much sun damage. I don't know, flowers like a lot of sun, but yeah, maybe here. Do you approve, Ty? All right, well, let me know. Where do you think would be best for the flowers? Maybe by the ginger, along the fence line, maybe around the bushes. So the berries and the blueberries and the raspberries. Also, as far as potatoes go, mine have never flowered, but have always started to die off early. So I feel like they're kind of ready now. Lots of weeds here at the moment. I haven't really been coming out and maintaining this, so it's going a bit crazy. The best thing you can do for your garden is weed as much as you can when you can, right? It's only going to benefit everything growing more. I do really like this plant as a ground cover. It pulls out easily, but it's also very attractive to me. Sometimes I pick the weirdest things to say. Sweet potato slips are doing awesome too. In the spirit of showing you guys what we're cooking, I've put some roast chicken into the oven with just some salt and pepper. And then this is just a combination of veggies we had around. So we've got our sweet potato, some mushrooms, some carrots from yesterday, garlic, rosemary from the garden, and then some Brussels sprouts with some olive oil. I'm literally just going to toss them and put them in the oven as well. So here I am heading outside to go lock up the chooks, expecting that the two of them that have been out these last few days aren't going to be in. And guess who I've just seen? Problem is they're pretty high. Oh my goodness. There is absolutely no way I'm getting them. But at least we know where they are. At least I understand now how the fox hasn't found them. Unbelievable. Night, chooks. Good morning, friends. My hair is dirty. My dogs need to run off some energy. And though I have no motivation and I have a headache that just keeps coming on and off, I'm going to get out and start doing a few things. I'm going to start easy. I'm going to do some small little changes on the property, like cleaning up, like picking up firewood. I'm going to take you guys along so that if you're like me and you're just trying to search for motivation, these are some easy things you can do. Otherwise, if you're dreaming of a homestead, these are the kinds of things that you don't think you can do, but are most likely the things you'll end up doing when you are sore from a hard days of work or when you just lack the motivation and drive like me. So what my garden's good for, running circles around. So as I head out into the garden today, I want to ask you guys a question. What's something that when you're feeling unmotivated, unproductive, and have absolutely no drive or energy, what's one thing that at least gets you started? One thing that you can do that fills your bucket, that's your 1%. Drop it down below in the comments. And I'm going to show you guys today the little things that pick up my motivation, the little things that sometimes need to be done on a homestead that these kinds of unmotivated, unproductive days are perfect for. Let's just get 1 or 2 things done today and hopefully kick this lack of drive and exercise these guys. A great first one is picking up all the trash you have just laying around on the homestead. We get some pretty hectic winds around here, so things just get blown off our balcony and just end up on the grass. It's not nice. Of course, the easy job is actually picking up all the trash. It's not sorting it. So we'll leave sorting it for another day. You don't realize just how much junk has gathered around on your property until you do something like this. Lovely, all the chickens are out. I might as well deal with the chicken fence now. Oh, the ladies are lying down. That's cute. The best thing about a day when you're feeling unmotivated is that you can pat yourself on the back for anything that you do, big or small. So, and even more so than that, whenever you want to stop doing something, you've got my and your own full permission to just stop and go on to another thing that you have energy for. So, I've had enough cleaning up junk. I've put everything in a couple of different spots. One for the tip and one on our front porch to deal with later. I'm going to put on a podcast and do some weeding, which just involves sitting on my butt, pulling out grass that's easy to pull out because of wood chips, hanging out with my dogs. I'm going to listen to Herb Your Enthusiasm, which was a suggestion by Robin. So yes, catch you guys up then.
Yeah, so I like autumn the best, I think, of all the months. And I was thinking about this because everyone says that spring is their favourite month in the garden, or favourite season in the garden. And I like it in terms of watching the garden in spring because it's doing all sorts of beautiful things. But the temperature is between the day and the night, and if it's more extreme, the colour changes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You should go and buy some bulbs for spring, like daffodils, tulips.
I'm actually dropping all my weeds in the pathways and I'm going to fill it up with wood chips so it starts to decompose into compost. In one of our last videos, one of you guys suggested that we start to compost within our pathways and then we use the wood chips from the pathways that have already had time to decompose on our garden beds and instead put fresh wood chips in the pathways. And that's been a game changer because it means that the fresh wood chips aren't drawing away nutrients from the soil and instead are composting naturally in the pathways. Oh no, here come the chickens.
Should I try them again this winter?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, definitely potatoes will come in.
So not much.
Pretty much all the autumn months they come in. So they start trickling in.
Go
maybe the start of
home.
March all the way through to like May.
Come here.
Not eaten by caterpillars.
Yeah.
Leave him.
Yeah. No. But if you've got like a south.
Alright, only one more thing that I have energy for, and that is picking up some of like the sticks and the debris along our forest walk. This is beneficial, one, because it helps us to start fires easier. Two, it helps to clear this walkway and make it easier to walk. And three, it's also a really good way to stay ahead of fires by cleaning around the outside of your property. So yeah. Over autumn and winter, with all the winds, we get a lot of debris here. And so one way we can use it is in our fires, and then we can use the wood ash in our garden beds. I also think when I'm feeling a bit more motivated, I'm going to come through and collect all of these leaves and start taking them up to the food forest at the top so that they can be mulch, but not today. Come on boys, let's go for a walk. My advice if you are going to collect firewood is collect it on your walk back to the house rather than away from the house. That way you're not carrying sticks the whole way, unless you really want a workout. And I totally understand that even the thought of weeding or collecting sticks or watering your garden can feel overwhelming and a bit too much. So if your motivation is really at a struggle, get a friend to come out and help you out. Go out and start doing something, anything. Trust me, 90% of the time that works to get me motivated again. Or third, just sit down in some sun. Take the dogs out if you've got dogs or a pet, hang out with them for a bit and just breathe in that fresh air. And I think whether it's the oxygen or the thought of being outside instantly invigorates me. So I hope that you guys got something out of today's video, even if it's just some encouragement that you're not alone in feeling unmotivated and having a bit of a struggle, especially during the winter months. We've all been there. Look, collecting sticks is hard work, but there's something really therapeutic about just picking up a stick at a time, seeing just how much your hands can hold and how much you can take. But yeah, if you don't have a forest in the back of your property, go out and start a fire somewhere in the bush. I mean, like, let me rephrase that. Have a bonfire somewhere where you can, like a camping ground or something, collect some sticks. It really is such a therapeutic activity.